Shoestring TV.
Miles away from the misty woodlands of Limbo, the man in the ugly orange tie enters a deserted and murky warehouse. In the deepest recesses of the warehouse, on the other side of the room, is a well-lit area. He walks through pools of light cast down on the floor from the high bay fixtures overhead. The light from their dimly lit bulbs produce deep shadows across his pronounced and abnormal facial features. He arrives at the illuminated space of the warehouse and stands before a vacuum-sealed and temperature-controlled glass case, resting on top of a display cabinet. He leans in, admiring the contents of the case. The man raises his hand to the glass as if he intends to caress it.
You're so fond of them. Your little gadgets.
He is startled and turns to discover who has spoken. Her intricate crown of leaves now replaced by raven black hair that rests upon her muscled shoulders. She is incredibly beautiful, once described as the walking definition of beauty. She stands 6'3", dressed in a stylish sleeveless black blouse that accentuates her powerful toned arms. Her former blackish-red skin now is sumptuous caramel. Her palms bear scars from puncture wounds suffered long ago. Known for wearing the finest noble attire, she now finishes off her modern ensemble with matching black form-fitting dress pants and black heels. Her once sky-blue eyes now the color of golden sapphires, an alluring mix of seduction and power. She cuts an imposing and impossibly bewitching figure. She is Lilith, the mother of demons and former Supreme Empress of Hell.
Your Grace, I hadn't heard you arrive, but I'm relieved you got my message.
What did you call them again?
What, these. HCC's hippocampal cognitive chip.
It's rather on the nose, wouldn't you say?
Yes, Your Grace, but what they can do is anything but primitive. We're only beginning to understand their true application, their purpose.
I'll make sure to give you to the room soon enough. Lucky for you, I'm pressed for time. It took considerable effort and coordination to make it here undetected. So, if you can cut to the chase.
Yes, Your Grace?
Okay. Let's try this another way. Lucifer's henchman, the pig. Was he able to relay the message?
Yes, Your Grace. The invitation was received. It should be noted that the recipient of the invite, he goes by Satan these days.
Of course he does. And?
No response as of yet, but I believe it to be imminent.
Well, he better if he knows what's good for him. I can't stand party crashers. Next topic. This former detective, Leo Brawn. He's something of an anomaly, don't you think?
Yes, I would agree. There is something about him difficult to pinpoint.
And he got his message too, I take it?
Oh, yes, Your Grace. Indirectly, but the message was received nonetheless. He's just looking to pick a fight now.
When he finds out the truth, he's going to be quite vexed. I hope I'm there to witness it. Makes me all giddy inside thinking of the endless possibilities. And as for the other one, our nasty little operative.
Wreaking the expected amount of havoc, as instructed, causing quite the distraction.
Excellent. Although, I wasn't too keen on him taking out one of our own. But I suppose I'll let it slide. This time. Last topic. Your little trinkets there, the HCC's. What is the latest count?
On last report, we've manufactured around 15 million. We did experience some factory delays due to Leviathan's instability, which is why we moved to the new facility. Well lit, much cleaner.
Less cave mites?
Yes, that too. I do hope you'll drop by soon for a tour.
I'd love nothing more. 15 million is not nearly enough, my unfashionable friend. It has a population of around 7 billion, give or take. So we are going to need a lot more.
We have as many members of the 11th Circle with the appropriate skill set and background working on it. But the factory delays, moving to the new facility.
What I am hearing now are excuses.
I don't mean to, Your Grace. It's just...
Yes, you do mean to. You are men. It's in your nature to fall short. But I'm a woman, and I expect results. Nothing else.
Yes, Your Grace. We're the 11th Circle, and it will be done. And soon, you will have your army to take over as the true leader of hell.
Oh, you poor thing. Is that what you think? You need to think bigger. Much, much bigger.
Shoestring TV presents Leo Brawn, Episode 11, Mr. Nice Guy, Part 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regular programming to bring you some breaking news. 2 more dead bodies have been found in the city of Dante, bringing the total count of victims to 5. For more information, we turn to investigative reporter Turgid Kent. Turgid?
Thank you, Chip. In the neighborhood of Little Inferno, the bodies of a male and female were found in the dumpster behind a Hades Hot Wings restaurant. They were bound together, stripped, and most of their internal organs were removed. Each victim had their left ears sliced off. Oh, one moment. Sir.
Yes, what is this?
Hello, sir. I'm investigative reporter Turgid Kent with the Dante Daily. May I have your name?
Okay, sure. I'm Tony Girder.
Mr. Girder, what brought you to Hades Hot Wings tonight?
Well, I was just eating some hot wings, minding my own.
Sir, would it shock you to learn that a double murder took place right outside this establishment, and that it is now effectively a crime scene?
Oh, no. Not again.
Yes, all of Dante shares in your grief. Sir, are you aware that both of the bodies were stuffed in that dumpster right over there?
Oh, no. Why did I look?
Just like the other victims, they were eviscerated and had their ears removed.
Oh, no. It's happening again. Oh, shit! Damn it.
Mr. Girder, care to comment?
Yeah, Turgid. I care to comment. First off, what kind of name is Turgid? But secondly, it's pretty goddamn insensitive to force me into an interview. I'll never be able to eat hot wings again. You know, once you get sick after eating something, you can never eat that type of food again. Even just thinking about it makes you wanna... Oh, shit!
This is Turgid Kent reporting. Back to you, Chip.
Excellent reporting, Turgid. transcendent and insightful. Once we know more, Dante, you will too. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
You're watching as the world burns.
But Alexandra, I don't give a damn if adultery isn't illegal and wholeheartedly encouraged. He was my father.
How was I supposed to know he was your father, Giorgio? He was 35 years your senior. Died many years before you did. Besides, you said he was the greatest man you'd ever known.
I said he was the greatest con man I'd ever known.
Well, how was I supposed to know he was in hell?
I'm in hell.
Sorry, mister, if you were watching that. The news is just too depressing. Keeps the customers away. So, can I interest you in a drink? What'll it be?
I'll have a suffering bastard. That is, if you know how to make it.
Sure I do. Bourbon, gin, a man after my own heart.
Well, your heart is a good place to start.
You want the mint garnish?
No, thank you. Say, these murders, just dreadful. Is this something that happens frequently?
Well, I didn't arrive until after the transformation, but I've been here for about 2 years since that time. Never heard of anything like it. Guess we finally have hell's first serial killer. One that hasn't been locked up anyway.
The very first. Cheers.
Yeah. Drink up. Hey, none of my business, but that lady over there, she's been eyeing you since you walked in. A friend?
Can't say I've seen her before.
Maybe you should go talk to her. I need to start closing up.
Maybe I should. What harm could it do?
Louise Brawn is frantically running through the aisles of the Bertram's department store located on the second floor of the Rose Park Mall in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Harry? All right, funny man, it's time to go. Harry? Harry, stop messing around. You're scaring me. Harry? Harry!
Ma'am, now just calm down. What's wrong?
I can't find my son. 1 minute he was there, and then I turn around and he's gone.
Okay, ma'am. We're gonna find him. What's his name?
Harry Brawn. His name is Harry Brawn. He's thin, brown hair, brown eyes. He's wearing jeans and a, the cartoon Stewie, a Stewie t-shirt.
Okay, ma'am. We'll find him.
Louise and the security guard hurry to the Loss Prevention Center. The security guard sits behind a desk and activates an intercom.
Attention shoppers, we're looking for Harry Brawn. I'm with his mother. Harry, if you're in the store, please walk to the entrance. Your mother will be waiting for you.
Harry Brawn hears his name ring out over the speakers. Scared and holding back tears, he darts his head back and forth, searching for the entrance. He is standing near a rack of bicycles when a man in wrinkly, tan pants approaches.
Excuse me, young man. Are you the one that has gone missing?
Harry examines the man. He's wearing a rumpled tan sports coat, worn leather loafers, a white button-up shirt, and an ugly orange tie. Although he gives off a kind smile, his eyes remain expressionless, sunken into his face.
Yes, sir. I just thought I'd stay put so they'd be able to find me.
That was smart. Well, I can help you find your mommy.
My daddy said I shouldn't talk to strangers.
Also very smart. Oh, but what is this?
The man in the ugly orange tie reveals a stuffed teddy bear. It has a humorous face, but with an unsettling, toothy, wide grin. It's also adorned with a small orange tie. The man in the orange tie offers it to Harry.
It looks like you may have dropped this.
Well, no, sir. That isn't mine.
Oh, are you sure? Uh-huh. Oh. He's saying he's just like you. Just wants to find his parent. Why don't you take him? Give him a nice home. Consider it a gift.
Okay, I guess.
See? And just like that, we're not strangers anymore. Let's go, Harry. I'm sure your mommy is worried.
Louise is standing at the entrance of the department store when a man approaches with her son in tow.
Harry! Oh, my. Oh, Harry, please don't ever do that again. You gave me quite a scare. Thank you so much for finding him.
The man in the orange tie extends his hand. Louise returns the gesture, shaking his hand, but she notices his palms are clammy and cold to the touch.
Well, thank you so much. My heart is still beating out of my chest. I'm Louise.
I'm, just happy you found your son. The young. They are so curious. What I'd give to be that age again. The innocence. Completely unaware of the dangers that lurk.
Louise recoils, releasing her hand and bringing it to her side.
Well, thank you again. I am grateful.
It's my pleasure, Mrs. Brawn.
I'm sorry. How do you know my name?
The 11th Circle knows all.
Louise.
Leo awakens from the vision of his wife and son. It played out like a memory in his head, but he knows it wasn't something he had ever witnessed. He tries to replay the images, but they slowly begin to fade away. One thing he is certain of: never at any point in his life would the man in the ugly orange tie, the one responsible for his death, have infiltrated his life prior to his own murder. Leo decides it must have been a strange dream. His thoughts slowly pivot from the disturbing dream as a flood of reality washes up against him. He remembers the giant pale horse and the Humvee being overturned not once, but twice. His head throbs. He's no longer pinned between the car seats in the vehicle. The second impact most likely dislodged him. Outside, Leo hears someone wincing in pain.
Cat!
With the Humvee positioned on its side, Leo climbs upwards, grabs the door handle, and vigorously pushes the door open. Leo pulls himself up, crawls over the side, and then hops out of the military vehicle, landing hard on his feet. He rushes to the other side of the Humvee, passing remnants of heavy metal, fire, and smoke. Then he finds Captain Mangut amongst the wreckage. She's alive, but her left leg is pinned underneath the Humvee.
No!
Oh, Leo! Thank God!
Oh, Cap. How bad is it? The pain?
It was excruciating. I stopped feeling it a few minutes ago. Leo, I think I lost it.
Shit. Okay. We'll see what we can do about that. Where's Gorm? Gorm!
We were both thrown from the Humvee, but I lost sight of him.
Leo rushes over to the Humvee and digs his hands underneath, attempting to lift the side of the vehicle with all of his might. The metal creaks, but the vehicle doesn't budge.
Careful, Leo.
Damn it! It's not gonna budge.
Gorm silently emerges, heading directly towards the upsided Humvee. He gently shoves Leo aside, kneels, and slides his hands underneath the military vehicle. He lifts upwards, veins popping out at his temples. He screams and pulls the side of the Humvee off the ground. It falls forward, slamming against the forest floor.
Shit! Okay, Leo, how bad is it? And don't bullshit me.
It's It's not good, Cap. Your leg, it's been crushed.
I said, don't bullshit me. But you could have sugarcoated it a little.
Gorm, any eyes on Beleth?
He is Skip, Unkimba, demon horse.
Leo, we can't let him get away.
I'm not leaving you, Cap. Besides, we'll never catch up to him on foot.
Gorm separates himself from the group and places an ear to the ground. Something. In the distance, another tremor. Approaches fast.
No, not again. Gorm, protect the Cap.
Gorm rushes to the captain's side. Leo hurries over to the grove where he had dropped the hazel-infused wooden bat. He picks it up and races towards the wreckage, raises the bat and positions himself between the injured captain and the incoming threat ahead. Leo observes as a thick fog breaks and floats away as a large shadow looms, racing towards him.
Yoon!
Appearing through the mist is a second Humvee, and June Chesterfield is driving it. The military vehicle comes to an abrupt stop only a few feet away from Leo. June rolls down the driver's side window.
So, Cap, got you laying around on the job, I see. Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
June, couldn't have come at a better time.
You can buy me a drink later. Well, let's go, boys. Get the captain on board. Let's go grab this son of a bitch.
Leo and Gorm carefully carry the captain to the open hatch in the back and lay her down. They climb in the back just as June enables the pulse emitter.
There you are. Got you, bastard. Fasten your seatbelts, fellas. We got some distance to cover.
Meanwhile, back in Cottleville, Missouri, David Topez and Theo Banks look on in horror as Hugh Banks and Laurie Stryker crash through the attic window of the Banks home. Hugh holds Laurie by the collar as they plummet towards the patrol car below. Angular, sharp glass surround the two as the fragments twirl and flip in the air. Theo's father and Willie's partner crash against the hood of the police cruiser, with Laurie landing directly on her back, taking the brunt of the blow.
Theo, buckle up.
Willie starts the car and puts it in reverse.
Theo, I want you to lower your head. Keep it low, okay?
Please don't hurt my daddy.
I'll try not to, buddy. I promise. We're trying to help him.
While still in reverse, Willie accelerates, clips a mailbox, then turns the steering wheel sharply. The patrol car spins 180 degrees, throwing both Hugh and Laurie limply rolling across the hood of the car. Laurie is hurled off the hood and hits the pavement like a rag doll.
Shit. Sorry, Laurie.
Hugh, however, manages to maintain a grip. He steadies himself and stands upright. Hugh balls his fist and begins bashing the windshield as the police car races down the street.
Release the boy.
Theo, is your head down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold on.
Hugh punches a fist-sized hole through the windshield. Willie hits the brakes and the car comes to an immediate stop, jostling both passenger and driver. Instead of flinging Hugh off the hood, Willie notices that the impact forced a sharp sliver of glass through Hugh's palm, essentially fastening him to the car. Hugh stands, breaking off the chunk of glass in the process. He rises, closes his eyes and begins to sway. His impaled hand bleeds on the dented hood of the police cruiser. The frame of the car begins to shake and then slowly bend, tear, and twist from the inside. The metal frame crushes inward as it slowly implodes, trapping Willie and Theo.
Theo, unfasten your seatbelt. We have to get out of here.
The second Humvee races at breakneck speed through the forest of Limbo. The waterfall display pings, indicating that the demon trackers are catching up to Beleth.
Okay, Detective. What's the plan?
What's our distance?
About a half a mile out. What you thinking?
Think you can pull alongside of him?
Yeah, but I think he'll notice.
That's good. We want him to. According to legend, we have to summon him into the circle while facing southeast. See that clearing?
Yeah? He'll be out in the open?
That's the point. Drop me off at the clearing, then ride up next to Beleth and drive his horse west towards me. I'll be waiting.
You got it.
June directs the Humvee to the clearing, and Leo hops out.
Okay, June, go! Go!
As the Humvee drives away, Leo uses the bat to carve a crude circle into the hard soil.
Looks like a circle to me.
While Leo prepares the trap in the clearing, June can see the giant pale horse, while the demon Beleth barely hangs onto the back of his steed. The Humvee accelerates until June is only a few feet away from the pale horse.
Son of a bitch. Leo really put the hurting on him. Okay, Gorm. Man the net launcher.
June steers the Humvee within inches of the pale horse.
Big fucker. I hope the hell you're right, Leo.
June cuts a hard left, practically ramming into the side of the horse. The large beast never misses its stride, only neighing in protest. Gorm loads a net canister and fires, aimed for its head. The horse jerks, narrowly avoiding being ensnared by the net. But the sudden change in course provides June with the leverage she needs. She floors the gas and cuts the steering wheel as sharply as she can. Gorm holds the net launcher handles tightly as the Humvee begins to shake and bounce along the rough terrain.
Nice going, Gorm. Come on, baby. Turn.
Beleth begins to recover. The Humvee grinds its heavy tires against the horse and the beast finally turns west, towards Leo.
Yes!
The demon Beleth, almost fully recuperated, grabs the reins and begins trying to steer the horse away from the path.
Ride swiftly! Now we end the youngling!
Damn it. He's turning. Gorm, fire another net. This time, aim for that feline-looking motherfucker.
Gorm attempts to load another net canister, but there's a problem.
Yoon!
What?
No net!
What? It's empty? Shit!
Beleth sits up straight on the horse, his strength improving. The pale horse picks up speed.
I will soon rise as king again, and rejoin the 13th spirit of the Ars Goetia. Hell will hear my grand music once more!
He's getting away!
Back at the clearing, Leo can see that Beleth is beginning to deviate from the path.
Oh, shit.
In the Humvee again, June's briefcase resting in the front passenger seat vibrates as a package is received. Meanwhile, back in Missouri, Hugh falls to his knees on the hood of the car. He appears to have been temporarily weakened.
Help me. Please.
Daddy!
Willie attempts to force the car door open, but the damage to the interior of the vehicle has blocked his passage, and the doors are wedged shut.
Theo, look at me. I can't open the door. I need you to sit on the floorboard in the back. I'm gonna try to kick out the window.
The pale horse increases its pace once more. June accelerates to match its speed. Beleth begins to pull back on the reins, but suddenly, the former wrestler Gorm tackles Beleth. Gorm punches the demon in the face, but it's not enough to overpower Beleth. The demon pulls on the reins and the horse begins to divert. Gorm releases his grip on Beleth and leaps forward, landing on the horse's thick neck. Gorm attempts a chokehold, using all his might to twist the horse's neck. The horse is reluctantly redirected towards a collision course with Leo. The horse's lips retract once again, exposing its teeth. It lowers its head, preparing to ram Leo. Gorm lifts his knees to avoid touching the ground. Leo raises the bat, pointing it southeast, hovering over the hand-drawn circle in the sand. The demonic pale horse gallops ever closer under the sound of heavy hoofs. Willie is unable to shatter the car window. He is also unable to locate Hugh Banks, until he notices the possessed man floating in midair above the police cruiser. His eyes have rolled back into his head. Hugh's arms are spread out wide. The wound on his hand is now burning from the inside.
Theo, you still with me, buddy?
I'm here.
Did you hear that?
Release the youngling. Fear not, mortal. Evil always finds a way. Like shadows, we vanish briefly, then return.
The ground beneath the police cruiser erupts into flames, turning into molten sludge. The patrol car begins to sink slowly into the fiery earth below. The misshapen and bent metal frame of the patrol car now acting as a makeshift prison, trapping both Willie and Theo inside. Both horse and Humvee are almost upon Leo. June cuts the steering wheel sharply in the opposite direction, breaking away from the collision course. She hits the brake and slides to a stop. She exits the driver's seat and runs towards the net launcher in the rear open hatch. She opens a compartment housed in the floor of the hatch and finds a net canister with lettering stamped on it that reads, Prototype. Back at the clearing, Leo holds his ground. Gorm uses all of the strength he can muster and with sheer will heaves upwards, squeezing the horse's neck tightly and then drastically yanking the beast's neck downwards. The horse can't withstand the former wrestler's hold and loses its footing. The large horse rams his head against the forest floor and flips upside down. His hoofs are ended and his massive body is overturned. Beleth is unable to hold on and is thrown from the horse. The loyal steed rolls violently, head over tail, until it disappears into a blanket of murky mist. Beleth is launched towards Leo in the circle. Leo holds the bat firmly as the demon flies towards him.
Batter up.
Leo hits the demon with such force it shatters the bat in two. The blow drives Beleth forcibly to the ground, landing hard at the center of the circle in the sand. Gorm emerges from thick clouds of mist, dusting himself off. Without warning, Beleth launches himself off the ground and into the air.
Hey, Chachi!
Beleth spins towards the direction of the Humvee. June launches a net that immediately pins Beleth to the ground. The weighted net webbing erupts with electricity, sending the demon into violent convulsions.
Electrified net.
Gotta thank Ronan for that one.
The electric current dissipates, leaving Beleth semi-conscious and muttering nonsense. Leo kneels down next to the electrified demon.
My precious music. He took it from me. You hear that? Sounds like victory to me.
Hugh Banks lands on the hood of the patrol car with a thud. The flames beneath the car extinguish. He cries out, overwhelmed with pain and relief.
Hey, buddy. I think it stopped.
Daddy?
Theo. I'm here, son. It's me.
Hugh Banks rolls off the hood of the car and collapses to his knees. Suddenly, the driver's side window shatters, startling Willie and Theo. Laurie peeks through the opening.
Hi, gentlemen. Need a lift?
Laurie! Detective Salt, are you okay?
Peachy. At least I was on top of the car this time, not flattened underneath.
Night has fallen as Leo, June, Gorm, and Captain Mangut return to the O.R.A. June parks the Humvee and exits the vehicle. They are greeted by two guards who immediately cut through the net and apprehend Beleth, former King of Hell.
Get him out of here. Wait, do we have any kind of medical facility?
No, but there is a doctor on call. He'll fix her up.
Good. Gorm, take her to the quiet room. Hey, Cap.
Leo, nice work today.
But your leg.
I'll be fine. I have another one.
Captain Mangut is placed carefully on a gurney. Leo watches on with concern as she's wheeled into the O.R.A. Theo, Willie, and Laurie make their way on foot back to the Banks residence. Willie is carrying Hugh on his back. In the distance, red swaths of light from an ambulance light up the night sky. As they arrive at the front steps of the house, Willie places Hugh gently on the veranda. The front door opens abruptly as two MTs wheel Beatrice Banks out on a gurney. They carry her down the front steps.
Mommy!
Wait, Theo!
Theo approaches the gurney. Beatrice is unable to speak, but she extends a trembling hand and places it against her son's cheek.
She's alive.
Hugh is overcome with emotion and bursts into tears.
I love you, Mommy.
The paramedics resume wheeling Beatrice to the ambulance. Her loving hand brushes across Theo's cheek once more. Willie stands next to Theo and places his hand on the boy's shoulder.
Where are they taking her?
Cedar Willow Hospital. It's going to be a long road, but she should be okay.
How do we explain all this? Did I do that to her?
There was an APB put out with the man matching the description of the suspect. It's being reported as a home invasion gone terribly wrong. All you'll need to do is corroborate those details when the time comes. It should steer them away from looking at you.
Chasing a ghost. What are the police officers that were injured?
Officer Turtletop will be fine. Dehydrated and a little shaken up. Some of the other officers were badly burned. Initial report is that they suffer from a catastrophic mechanical failure. Deputy McGuire, it will look like a suicide.
Jesus Christ, who did this?
Daddy, it wasn't you. It was someone bad.
Mr. Banks, I understand you're upset. Those officers over there do want to ask you some questions. I'll walk you over, make sure the story matches.
Cover story? You're not police officers, are you?
We were here to help you. to keep you and Theo safe.
And for that, I am grateful. Thank you.
Laurie helps Hugh to his feet, then escorts him to the offices. Theo looks up proudly at Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
What did you say?
You're Willie Topaz, Daddy's favorite actor. But I don't think he recognized you. But I did.
Except what, Theo?
Well, I thought Daddy said you were dead.
Shh. Let's keep that between us, okay, buddy?
Leo Brawn is a production of Shoestring TV. I want to take a moment to thank our newest Patreon O.R.A. agent exclusive members, Michael Gonzalez, Philip Doan, and Melissa Johnson. Thank you so much for your support. With your help, it ensures the production of Leo Brawn can continue, and there is so much more that lies ahead. If you're interested in subscribing, look for us at patreon.com/shoestringtv and sign up. For only $5 a month, you'll gain early access to each episode, early access to exclusive bonus clips, concept art, and there's so much more that's coming. You can also join and follow Leo Brawn on our official Facebook fan page. You can find the link in our podcast show notes. We hope to see you there. Leo Brawn is written and produced by me, Jason Beard. Here is the cast of Episode 11, Part 1. Leo Brawn, played by Stitch Mainville. Narrator 2, played by Andy Parkin. Lilith, played by Grace Newton. The Man in the Ugly Orange Tie, played by Michael Cunningham. Willie Topaz and Turgid Kent, played by Terry Briscoe. Laurie Stryker and Alexandra, played by Emily Fry. Herman Edward Coxland, Chip Steed, and Hugh Banks, played by Eric Carlino. Captain F.J. Mengett and June Chesterfield, played by Melrose Johnson. Beleth and soap opera announcer, played by Jim Franck. Louise Brawn, played by Stephanie Johnson. Gorm, played by Mitch Lashinsky. Felix the Barkeep, played by Robert Lloyd. Tony Girder, played by Jason Beard. Theo Banks, played by Logan Beard. Harry Brawn, played by Desmond Mitchum. Giorgio, played by Rob Smith. And Mall Security Guard, played by Nick Mars. Stay tuned for Leo Brawn, Episode 11, Mr. Night Sky, Part 2. Thanks again for listening.
The characters and events depicted in this podcast are fictional. Any similarity to any actual persons, living or dead, or to actual events, firms, places, and institutions, or other entities is coincidental and unintentional. This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Its unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability and criminal prosecution. Country of first publication, the United States of America. Leo Brawn, copyright 2024, Shoestring TV. Leo Brawn and all related characters are trademark and copyright of Shoestring TV. All rights reserved.